Once upon a time, in a dense forest, there lived a clever wolf named Lupo. Lupo was known among the forest creatures for his intelligence and cunning ways, always devising clever strategies to outsmart anyone who tried to cross him. But despite his wit, he was a lone wolf, seldom seeing the company of others, enjoying his solitude, but also yearning for an adventure as grand as those he often heard about. One crisp morning, as Lupo wandered near the edge of the forest, he encountered an unusual sight. A group of hunters had set up camp, their guns resting against the oak trees, and their traps laid carefully around their camp. Lupo, curious and careful, observed them from a safe distance, watching their every move. Realizing that these hunters were a threat to the forest and all its residents, Lupo decided to take action. But he knew he had to be smart. A head-on confrontation would be foolish. Instead, Lupo hatched an ingenious plan. As night fell, he approached the camp. Using his knowledge of the terrain, he managed to set off some of the traps without getting caught, creating a cacophony of sound that startled the hunters awake. The hunters scrambled, trying to understand what was happening, thinking they were under attack by a fierce beast. In the chaos, Lupo managed to sneak into their camp, snatch their map, and cleverly disassemble their traps, rendering them useless. But Lupo wasn't done yet. Knowing that the hunters would surely try to navigate through the forest at night, he utilized the map to create false trails and misleading paths. As the hunters tried to follow the routes outlined, they found themselves going in circles, eventually giving up and leaving the forest altogether. The next morning, the forest was abuzz with the news of how Lupo had cunningly outwitted the hunters, protecting the forest and its inhabitants. Lupo had become a hero among the creatures, earning their admiration and friendship. Lupo, pleased with his accomplishment, realized that through his cleverness and courage, he had not only safeguarded his home, but had also found the camaraderie he had longed for. From that day forward, he was no longer the lone wolf, but a beloved guardian of the forest, his tales of bravery retold and celebrated by all who lived under the canopy of leaves.